High-Level Release Radar, where we recap all of the latest releases from the week. Here we are once again, Ryan. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you. We won't mention the date. We'll just ignore that.
Oh, I had forgotten all about that. Yes, that date we will not mention. But heck of a week, Ryan. A lot of releases, I feel like, rolled out this week.
Yeah, a lot of really some crowd pleasers, I would say.
Yes, it shall be exciting to talk about those in just a moment. Let me send us live in the community so that we are streaming in all of the places, which we now should be. So as always, if you can see us and you can hear us, please say hello in the comments. We've got our first one coming in. Oh, and Dave, he just beat you. The Home Inspectors takes the cake this week. Charlie in Chicago says, we were just talking about Chicago. Isn't that weird, Ryan?
We really were, actually. You must have heard it.
We really were. How did you, Dave? Always nice to see you. And Keith, a fun, freaky Friday to you as well. This is a fun, well, before we get into it, let's talk real quick about our, I'm not even sharing our screen yet. What am I doing, Ryan? I'm too excited. I'm jumping the gun. Our India event is almost sold out. So we're going to be in India in what? I think I fly next Friday. So like a little over a week, we are heading to Delhi, our first high-level live of the year. I think there's still a few tickets left, but it's for sure going to be sold out in the next couple of days. So if you want a ticket, go ahead and scan that QR. Also, Ryan, I just got off the call for the second high-level live event of the year, which do you know where that is?
I don't. Is it the Philippines?
Mexico City.
Oh, well, that's kind of nearby.
Yes, the dates haven't been released yet. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I will. It's in April, which is my birthday month, which is very exciting.
All right.
And stay tuned for that. But yes, if you can make it to the Mexico City event, that's going to be really fun as well. Can't wait to see everybody in India. And what do you say we dive into some releases, Ryan?
Let's do it.
Looks like Ryan and the team got a little fancy this week. We got a little new design going on for the release radar deck, which is cool. But our first release of the week comes from Kollab. The mobile app got an update. We got a bunch of improvements here. You want to walk us through?
Yeah, so this is the new version of the Kollab mobile app. This is for the non-branded one. Well, these changes are going to roll out for the branded version as well. But yeah, we got a lot of improvements, especially for change your password flow. So that's a little bit more intuitive now. More controls over course comments for the admins. And then a lot of different enhancements like the lesson descriptions. You can do more stuff with them. Big highlight, though, is the video playback is up to 10 times faster now.
That's what I was
going to take, like up to 10 seconds, and now it's like the max is 2. So love to see video performance and improvements.
Absolutely. If you haven't downloaded the Kollab app, download it, get in there. It looks really nice. And now it's even faster on the video side. So really good job to the team there. We got a lot of check-ins coming, Ryan. We got Melissa Ford saying hello. Hello to you over in YouTube land. We've got Jamie White. What's up from Delaware? What's up from Delaware?
Up?
Yeah.
Amazing license plates in Delaware. Nice and classic.
Delaware used to be, I went to my college was not far from the Delaware border, and you'd cruise down there for no sales tax, Ryan. So, you needed a TV. You'd be heading to Delaware. That's right.
Report that to the IRS, though.
Hey, what? Next up, payments had an update. We can configure payment providers by channel now. This is actually a massive update.
Yeah, so you used to be able to do this, right? But we've expanded it. And so not only can you do live mode and test mode, but we've got different things you can enhance. And then, to choose what payment providers you want to be available on specific channels, right? So the next screen kind of shows what that looks like. So, hey, if on your forms you want PayPal to be the payment provider, then great. If you don't want it to be, then you swap it out for Stripe, let's say. So really, this is something that's been asked about a lot, especially when it comes to PayPal. They didn't want kind of everything being shown, especially with forms and that. And so this is a really big update that fixed a lot of kind of friction where there's really certain payment providers that you want to use for certain channels and other ones for for different ones.
Yeah, this is awesome because I know a lot of agencies love to like, hey, I want my invoices to run through NMI, but when we sell this product on our website, we just want it to run through Stripe. And so now you have that flexibility. And what's cool is you can tack PayPal on to, I think, all of them, right? As like whatever your option is, and PayPal as an option, which is very cool as well. So really cool update there on the payment side of things. Let us know what you think. Ryan, it's one of those days where the check-ins
we're
are
getting a
just,
lot of check-ins.
I love it. I love it. We've got JLM Press up in Colorado. Hello to you. We've got, oh, this is a cool handle, HTTP Marie.
Amazing.
That's handle of the week. We need like a handle of the week award, Ryan. I love it.
It's amazing. I love it.
Glad you're digging the update. Let's see what our next update is. It's coming from funnels and websites. We now have a 10% reduction in the HTML payload. Who doesn't love a good payload reduction?
Yeah, this just highlights the fact that we're continuing to work to make the websites and the funnels as fast as possible. This is obviously a shining example of that at a 98% performance rating. But the bottom line is that they're continuing to work hard to make sure that the servers are doing things super efficiently, so they're fast, and that of course will help your ranking in search results because faster sites create better user experiences, people are happier, and so therefore you get promoted because you're a website that people like to go to.
Absolutely. You love to see, I mean, everything green, and we're hitting hundreds in some of the categories, 98. Like that's it's about as good as it gets, folks. So Ryan, I'm gonna I don't even think I talked to you about this. So last week I had the opportunity to hang out with a bunch of the members of our product and engineering teams. And there was a skunkworks project that I saw along the lines of when we dropped the advanced workflow builder on the website builder side of things that I think is going to blow some people's minds in the near
you
future.
didn't mention this, and now I'm a little upset.
Yeah. So I don't have any visuals to show or anything. I'm trying to get something to tease at the India event. But let's just say if you've been a fan of one of these new AI platforms that, let's say, is very Valentine Day themed in their brand, you're probably going to love what's going to roll out in the near future. And that's all I'll say for now.
I know there's been a lot of discussion in the community about this, so we might be solving a lot of problems real quick.
Yes, I think it's going to be a fan favorite and a very big hit. But that's all about that for now. Let's keep on trucking with our releases from this week. Listings got an update. You can now split business hours, which is actually very important. Ryan, would you like to explain why?
Well, yeah. I mean, let's say that you have regular breaks you're taking, you've got different shifts. Or, the whole office is closed for lunch. It always annoys me, by the way. I finished early. Sorry. We're not
Shift
working.
it out, folks.
I'm not familiar with this concept of stopping work at lunch. But anyway, you can now do it within the business hours for more flexible scheduling.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
We got to catch up on some of these check-ins. We got 2 rockets coming in from I Can Help You With That. Another great handle.
That's
Love
one
it.
better. Yeah.
Remember 2 dragons. Remember that one? Omero's checking in from Uruguay. Very cool.
Wow.
And we'll do one more. Johnny Balboni. What a fantastic name that is.
Great.
Our favorite product peeps. Love it. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Next up, also, we had an update, another one from listings. We have Yext duplicate suppression management, which is cool. It's basically going to make sure that we're not doubling up on anything out there in the world of.
Yeah, so it's going to automatically run these checks to see, and then you can kind of decide how you want to treat it. Like, no, this actually isn't one, or yes, I want to suppress this. And the whole idea there is that a lot of times, because there's different directories and maybe you moved locations and you still have these like errant listings that have the wrong address, that can negatively impact you. So we want to be sure to like, hey, nope, that's a duplicate. We actually moved. And so that's the idea there. Just wanted to highlight this is a Yext thing. So currently, I know that Uberall has something very similar, but this particular one is for the folks using Yext for online listings.
Cool. I love it. Next up, Snapshots had an update. We have a load retry mechanism within view history.
Yeah, so there are some questions about this, like why do we need this? I think Sean asked that, and they mentioned that the failure rate has gotten so low. I think it's like 0.01 or some very, very low number percentage-wise.
Nice.
But even in those instances, we wanted to be able to create some visibility so that the retry can happen. But I do want to highlight, like, this should not be happening on any kind of regular basis at all. All of our numbers show that we are like 99.99% amazing there. So
that's awesome. Love it.
Yeah.
We got a check-in from Lecker Wine Tours. That sounds lovely. Hi from East Texas. Love the town halls. Ryan and the project managers are awesome. Nice. There you go, Ryan. Nice little shout out for the town halls. We might as well plug the town halls since Lecker Wine Tours laid it up for us. Where can people go to register for those town halls, Ryan?
You can go to gohighlevel.com/town hall. You'll see a calendar there, and it'll show all the different product teams. It's all different for each day. We usually do 2 a day. So check it out there, and then you can also register for reminders, but the calendar's there too if you just want to check in whenever you want to see what's going on.
Love it. Homero brings up, this is funny because we were talking about this week, Ryan. Guys, when you announce upcoming releases, how long does it take on average? Looking forward to native emails, QR for live events. It's always different. It depends on the lift, and those two are both big projects. So I don't know when those are actually going to go live, but I am also super excited for native emails and QR codes for events. But they're both in the works. So that's what I know, Homero. So we'll try to do a better job of like getting time frames, although, stuff always shifts around. So
yeah, we have to be careful because one of the big focuses that we've had in the past year and plus is QA, right? So making sure that what we deliver works really well, it works the way it's supposed to. And there have been some projects that have gotten very delayed, not because they weren't built and functional, but they didn't quite hit the mark. And so we want to make sure we hit the mark. While we're developing very quickly, we can't just throw anything up there, especially at this point. So that's the reason. I always like to explain some kind of reason for it. It's a good one, but yeah, we'll get a little bit more accurate with predictions there on when they're going to be out.
But we'll let the team know that you're very excited about those, and so hopefully we can hustle those up. Next up is a very fun update. We have a new community course in the university from a very familiar face. Tina, thank you so much. If you're here, we'll probably get a shout out from her in a minute. But she dropped an awesome course on the Conversations tab. Very cool. You should check that out. Hit the QR code or just hit the university tab in your agency level. Head into the learning tab where you can find all of the community courses. Really nice library in there, Ryan. It's getting pretty robust.
It is growing rapidly. And what I like is that we get a lot of different voices. You get a lot of different perspectives, people that work really deeply in certain parts of the app. So don't sleep on that. It's a good resource for you to have.
Absolutely. We got a shout out from my only friend, the industry giant. Thank you so much for checking in. It's always nice when your besties show up for you, Ryan?
Yeah.
I'm a lucky guy. What can I say? We had an Ecomm update this week. You can now show, so by default, it just shows the complete product titles instead of like cutting them off with the dots, right?
Yeah, we got rid of the ellipse and gave you the full beans there.
There we go. I love it. Nice little update. Not much more to say about that one. Oh, and here was a nice little update as well. So you can now increase the amount of products you want to show per page. So if you want to jack it up to like 100 products on the page, I think that is, now the new max.
Exactly. Yeah, we about 4x'd it. Close enough.
That's a nice little jump. Hey, here's Julio from Valencia. That just gets me every time. The name of that town or city or village, whatever it may. I envision it as a village, Ryan. It's probably a big city.
It's a beautiful word. It would match a beautiful village. That's what I'm picturing.
Have a nice day to you as well, our friend out in Valencia. Email system got an update this week. We now have ESP block monitoring and enforcement framework in place. This is pretty important, Ryan. You want to walk us through this?
It's very important. So this has a lot to do with the shared domains, right? So if you don't have dedicated domains, although I believe it's still functional on the dedicated ones too, you're still sharing an IP regardless. And so what we want to do is warn you when you're doing things that are not great, and that the ESPs, meaning like the Gmails of the world, and that are not liking your behavior. So it's not an us thing; it's a them thing. But we want to let you know, like, your reputation is not looking so great. A lot of people might be marketing as spam, and so this just goes to the quality of the emails that you're sending, the quality of the lists that you're sending to. And so we've got a couple tiers of warnings that we give you. And after that, first warning email, and you keep doing it, you're going to get a 12-hour suspension and then 24-hour suspension. And we actually have a permanent block in place that's in the works. But really, this is to protect everybody, right? So it's not so much that we want to single folks out, but if you're getting a bad mark on your reputation, that can really taint the waters for everybody else, and bring down deliverability. So at the end of the day, we just want to make sure that those metrics are amazing, which, by the way, they are. And we could probably plug our email deliverability page and the reports that we put out each month to show you what the shared domains and dedicated domains are doing on the whole. Some fantastic numbers from January that we just posted. So
absolutely. Hit the blog, goHighLevel.com/blog to check those out. Very well explained, Ryan. Nobody wants to be swimming in tainted waters.
No, you don't.
We've got a check-in coming from Guadalajara, our sister city. Nice to see you as well. And go Chivas, right? Next up, we got folder management in the agent studio. Always a crowd pleaser, Ryan, right? More folders, can't have enough.
More folders. We told the team, listen, anywhere you're putting things, have a folder option. It's the way.
It is the way.
Yeah.
We got a wavy wave coming in from Mr. Chris Dillon. We cannot wait to see you speak on the stage in Delhi, in India, at the first HighLevel Live event in just over a week. We will see you there, sir. Chris is going to bring the thunder. That's for sure. This one was awesome. Workflows got an enhancement. So hopefully you know that there's this troubleshooting option when you're trying to figure out like what happened to a contact in a workflow, and you turn it on and then it highlights the path they took. And I know you love it as well, Ryan. It is so handy. And now it's even more informative because now you get, like, if there was an error somewhere, you'll see this red outline with the error tag, just to make it even easier to track down, like, hey, why didn't this work the way I was expecting it to work?
Yeah, we actually used this yesterday. We had some email that was going out with some content that needed to be updated, and all we had was like, hey, this is the user it got sent to. You look up the user, click on the button to go check out their path, and now you get all this cool information, like exactly where they entered, where the error is. You can see there in the red box, the progress that they've made. So it'll only show how far they've gone down. And if they skipped a node, it'll show you that kind of stuff, and as well as where they exited the workflow. So I'm sure you can imagine this is very, very useful when you're like, what the heck is happening, especially with big ones. So
absolutely. It's always fun troubleshooting a workflow, right? Because, like, I can't tell you how many times.
Especially when there's like 400 actions in there.
Why
like,
is this working? And then you go in and then you're like, oh, well, that's
there it is.
I didn't think of that. So yeah, now it's even easier to troubleshoot than it ever has been. And for some reason, it's just really fun to use that tool as well. Like, I just love to see the path light up. Cool. We got Pierre, the woman, checking in from Houston. Nice to see you. Thanks for hanging out. We have Priyank checking in. He's loving the software. That's our first LinkedIn check-in of the week, I think. Always cool to see people.
Put a badge on. You got it
from LinkedIn. You love it. Oh, Ryan, this one I feel like is I've been waiting for this moment, and I've been wondering which of the AI tools is going to be the first one to add voice capability in. And here we go. The workflow team takes the win.
They got it. Workflow team has been crushing it recently, and definitely with this release where you can click a button, record your voice, and there's your prompt.
It's just so nice, right? To not have
Yeah.
to type it all out. And I can't wait to see this roll out across the app because I think this is the way.
Yeah, it's super, super useful.
We got our next release coming also in workflows, conversational editing in the AI builder for if, else, and wait actions. So this is like the AI assistant got even more capable this week.
Exactly. Yeah, so you can not only prompt it with your complex kind of like, hey, if this happens, then that should happen, stuff like that. But then you can also reference specific branches. Be like, hey, you can see on the second one, if I can read today, can you remove the country in the USA branch? So again, just getting to this point where you can click on something, you can reference something, tell the AI what you want to do with it, and it has the context of that thing. And it's not just going to guess and hallucinate and do weird things. So, love to see a lot more of this ability to work directly with AI without having to know what buttons to click, what to do, and it'll just update it for you.
Love it. That's so cool. I mean,
Mhm.
that is really getting powerful over there. I mean, it already has been, but the fact that you can talk to it like that and it'll go work on your branches is pretty fancy, Ryan.
Pretty fancy, I was going to say, yes.
We've got Tim Zoll checking in. A2P is costing us business. Tim, clean it up, man. We got a whole new AI checker in there. It should tell you exactly what the problem is. If you need more assistance, reach out to the team and ask to connect to Eddie. Eddie is like the guy when it comes to getting A2Ps approved. But I've actually been seeing a lot of positive feedback since we implemented that AI checker. The approval rate is on the rebound for sure. And so hopefully
Mhm.
that's helping out. If you need extra assistance, definitely ask in the community or reach out to the team. Hopefully we can get you routed to Eddie because he's the wizard over
Yeah,
there.
you just put in when you're in the help. There are three things I want to highlight around this because there's a massive effort for A2P. It's super important for us. One, we've got dedicated team, so you just put an A2P in the support dialog, and you're going to get routed to that team. So they've fixed all that kind of stuff so that they get dedicated people that know A2P really well. Second thing is there's an AI checker, which Chase just mentioned, where it's going to go through and tell you exactly the types of requirements and like reasons why that they're getting rejected or why they might be rejected. And the third thing I lost track of, resubmissions. If you didn't see the video from Sean, we have eliminated resubmission fees, which is a massive, massive deal. And as far as I know, we're one of the only ones that do that. So we don't love A2P either, but we're going to help you through it.
Love it. Good points, Ryan. I'm just reading the next shout out is from Melissa. Is there a plan? This is an interesting ask to edit an existing contact's picture. I didn't know you couldn't do that. We have hundreds of contacts that I have pictures for. I just screenshotted that, sent it to the CRM team, Marissa.
I know they're aware of that.
Cool.
I don't know where they are with it, but it's definitely on a roadmap somewhere.
Great.
Yeah.
All right, next up, we now have even more granular permissions for sub-account settings. Again, who doesn't love more granular control over stuff?
Yeah, so you can now decide whether or not a user can view and manage billing details or manage the actual sub-account details like the company and that kind of thing. So love to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. Dive in, check it out. Next up, we've got a bunch of other enhancements that rolled out this week. You want to walk us through them, Ryan?
Yeah, so we've got improvements across the form surveys, quizzes, and that's gonna there's a bunch of little tiny tweaks and fixes that we had in there to make that your life a lot easier within that product. Next up, we've got new endpoints, or it's one new endpoint, but it allows you to do a lot of things. If you're a developer, go and check out the new email builder template endpoint. You can change email settings. You can do a lot of really, really cool stuff. So it's fairly big update for the API team to get that done and pushed out. And then for Conversation AI, the knowledge base crawler, it now supports recursive sitemaps So if you do sort of more advanced knowledge bases and like tables for AI to go through and understand something, we now will crawl your recursive sitemap as well as a zipped sitemap. And then this thing called Navigation Guard, which is pretty cool. It essentially creates these navigation boundaries so that it's not crawling too deep into the site and like going off of the deep end there. So again, just a lot fairly technical things, but they'll help out a lot for your conversation AI site crawler.
All right, I love it.
Site crawler, I should say. Yeah.
Lots of great stuff from this week. There was also, as always, a bunch of backend updates, things speeding up, reducing latency on things. I saw a bunch of good updates there as well. Before we hop into labs, let's cruise through. We got a lot of shout outs this week, Ryan. Get your Rotten Tomatoes ready because we got a Niners fan coming in from Santa Cruz. Nice to see you. Here we go. Home Inspectors is now 7 for 7 with his A2P updates since we rolled out the new AI, which is freaking awesome. Congrats, sir. We got to check in from Puerto Vallarta, my neighbor. Nice to see you, Nara. Thanks for checking in. We got Dubai Property Insight checking in from Dubai, which is really exciting. You know, I'm hearing that the new Dubai office is almost ready, Ryan. We're going to have to make a trip.
Sign me up.
That's right. And then we got greetings from Toronto. I'm heading to Toronto for 24 hours next week. Pretty excited for that.
Not a minute longer, 24 hours.
That's right. I extended the layover so that I could check out the city for a little bit. So shoot me all the recommendations. All right, let's talk about what's entering labs. Again, you got to get in the habit of checking labs so that you can see what's coming, test it out, decide if you're going to want it or if you're going to maybe want to turn it off or only add it to specific sub-accounts. Very important you get to know labs. And what do we have entering labs this week, Ryan? Conversation AI, summary, transcript generation, and conversation logs. This is really cool. You want to walk us through it?
Yeah, so we've got a bunch of new settings. I have 3 screens here that we can kind of walk through. But basically, you can configure a lot of things around the summary for Conversation AI here. And then on the next screen, you'll see the log of all the calls and everything, and then you can access both the transcript itself, so you can see exactly what went on. They've got the bubbles that kind of show everything really nicely, as well as the summary itself. And then in workflows, you can actually use these variables of like, hey, here's the Conversation AI summary. Now determine the intent of the call, and then put them down different branches. So a lot of cool stuff. I saw you had some back and forth with the team regarding the custom fields and kind of how that works. But yeah, go ahead and test that out because there's a lot of things that unlocks with the ability to kind of leverage those summaries and tailor them, but then leverage them later in workflows.
Yeah, I love this one because it's kind of parity with the voice AI, right? Because that one emails the transcript and the summary after the call. And now you can do the same with conversations. If you just want like, hey, the thing went back and forth like 50 times. I don't have to go read through all that. Like, just tell me what happened. Or if you're not even looking, you just want emails to keep me in the loop of what my bot is saying. This is really nice. So really cool. Again, that's in labs. You're going to have to go turn it on if you want to play with it right now. Looks like we might have another
level settings labs.
Here we go. Yeah. So here you can go and check out the summary and the transcript. And then here's what it looks like in workflows. You can now select those custom values and just drop them in and use them right within a workflow, which I think I love that it dropped in both places, which is very cool. All right. Before we head into our next segment, man, this is an awesome week. Maybe our best ever. This is Portuguese, right, Ryan?
100%.
Muito bom. Hopefully we got that right. Nice to see you. Familiar face, Heidi. Always great to see you. Kia ora to you as well. We got Anne-Marie checking in. Another very familiar face. And we have Elias, who is loving the show.
Amazing.
Thank you, sir. Now it's time for some community shout outs. And Ryan, I love the one that you picked right here. We were just talking about this with Ian, our head of support. He was so happy and proud to see this review get posted I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it's all about how great of a support experience this person has been having recently. The support team, they just don't get enough credit, man. It's such a tough job to support. I don't know. I think we have millions of users in the system at any given time. So as you can imagine, it is a tall task, and they do a great job. So shout out to the community, the support team for sure. And let's see what our second shout out of the week is. The ability to resend an email 3 days later to those who didn't open with a different subject line. Pure gold. This is a fun one, Ryan. I don't know if a lot of people know you can do this.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to highlight it, because it is one of those sneaky features that when you're sending out an email campaign, there's an option there to resend, and then you can choose a different subject line, which if you're not getting it open, it's all about the subject. Well, it's not all, but it's a lot about the subject line. Is that creating enough curiosity that they want to see what's in there? So
it's like if you struck out, turned around, and got to walk back up to the plate, right? Like, why wouldn't you want to do that? And so if you're sending email campaigns, this is a no-brainer. You could just say, hey, X amount of days later, send it again with this different subject, because the person on the other end doesn't know it's the same email, right? They just didn't open it the first time because they didn't like the subject. So a little bit of a cheat code there. Love the shout out. Good pick, Ryan. And oh, look at this. Let's talk about some lovingly crafted upcoming releases.
It's a
well
real
done,
video.
Ryan.
AI didn't make it.
For all of you who may have forgotten, not like me, because I certainly would never forget that Valentine's Day is tomorrow.
Mañana.
Might have to run out after work and, prepare it, Ryan. You got something nice prepared?
Oh yeah, got a lot of things prepared.
All right.
All lined up, ready to go.
I love it. He's a
Mhm.
planner. Let's see what the team has prepared to roll out in the near future. This is a great pick, Ryan. This is very cool. You want to walk us through what we're looking at here?
Yeah, so we just heard from the HighLevel mobile app team just today on a town hall, and they showcased this, and I thought we need to talk about it. So within the HighLevel mobile app, you're going to be able to, in the near future, actually, I think this is end of Q1 or somewhere very near to that, to give you a timeline, but you're going to be able to create a QR code that somebody can scan, and it can either be your profile, which you can see options to kind of customize what that profile, like a landing page, like a mobile landing page for your profile is, as well as the business itself. So it's kind of like a digital business card, if you will, and you can create those right on the mobile app, which is great for conferences and stuff like that, where you just want to provide your contact information in a nice branded experience.
So cool. It's going to be so useful for us. We do tons of events, and it's always awkward when it's like, how do we,
do we exchange phones? You just type it in, and
right.
AirDrop
and
is awkward sometimes. I don't know.
At one point, I was like screenshotting a QR code and then trying to add it to like a widget, but no. This thing is awesome. You get a beautiful looking profile here. You can save it right to your Apple Wallet. I'm really excited to test this thing out. And this one should come out pretty fast, I believe, right?
Yeah, one cool idea too that I've seen done at conferences is you just create yourself a little wallpaper with the your QR code on it, and you just light up your phone, and then the QR code's there. But you can generate it here in the app, so that's the big takeaway.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And with the Apple Wallet, it's just double click and boom, there you got it. So very cool. That one's coming out in the near future. It looks awesome. Great job from the team there. And Ryan's got one more for us coming soon. Calendars visualize user availability and buffers. Ooh, what's going on here?
Yeah, so if you have got buffers set up, which typically you would for different appointments, you're going to be able to visualize that and see, okay, if I want to schedule this next appointment, but Joe Bob's got a meeting that is going to have this 30-minute buffer, you want to make sure that that's not just butting right up against the event, that you're respecting the buffer times. So a way to visualize that is very useful.
That is very useful. I love that. Because sometimes you forget that you have a buffer on that calendar, and that makes
There's
all the
usually
sense
a good
in the
reason
world.
for it.
That's right. That's right. I love it. Fantastic. Great picks, Ryan, as always. And before we wrap up, if you haven't let us know what you're thinking about HighLevel, please check out our new video testimonial feature. You can scan that code to give it a whirl. And then remember, you have that same feature in your account that you could set up and start generating video testimonials for your business. With that, Ryan, it's been a great week. And yeah, we're heading to India. So looking forward to see everybody who's going to be there. Happy Valentine's Day to all the lovers. And we hope everybody has an awesome week.
Yes, sir.